So, call me Caitlyn.
Call me confused. Okay, I knew this was coming. Well, I did, everywhere I've been since last Monday when that Vanity Fair cover dropped with Caitlyn in the bustier. Everybody, I've been like, are you going to talk about Caitlyn Jenner? And I'm like, and I was, on Tuesday I was saying things like, that story doesn't have legs. By the time we do another filming, nobody will care. It's a week later, it's on all the news shows. I'm like, seriously, what is this fascination? So I was like, well, as a person who has played fast and loose with gender appropriate behavior and appearance in I don't speak for anybody as a constituency. I can't speak for transgender people or any. I just can only speak for myself because I'm just my own thing. But I was a little bit surprised about, the whole thing. Only in America could a former Olympian, white, male, rich celebrity go through the journey. They keep talking about the journey. The journey, like it's the trail of tears. So Bruce is on his journey. He was still on the journey. Hires one of the top Hollywood PR people and orchestrates the Diane Sawyer interview, the Vanity Fair cover, the reality TV series, the deal with CAA, because now he's going to go on the speakers. I heard today $5 million expected that he'll shield.
Get it right.
That she'll make talking to people about transgender issues and LGBT advocacy and all that. And I'm like, oh, good Lord, is this a transformation or a career move? But, well, I'm serious. There's a lot of stuff I would do for $5 million. That removal would. She's not removing, is she? She's keeping her.
So far,
she's keeping her junk, right? That was unseemly. I apologize for that. So I don't know. I just kind of looked at it and I thought, well, here we are. There again, only in America. There's this, big conversation, and the left has, or the mainstream and the progressives and the talking heads. They have thrown their arms out of socket, congratulating themselves on how quickly they can stop saying Bruce and start saying Caitlyn and his versus hers and him and her and all that. On the other side, Rush Limbaugh, the one thing you can say for Rush Limbaugh, he has no shame in his game. He'll just call that stuff out and talk about how marginalized and how the progressives are making him and people like him the freak show. Oh, sweetie, Rush. Really? You didn't need help from Caitlyn Jenner to make yourself a freak show. So I kind of look at the whole thing, and I was pleased. Yesterday, the Dallas Morning News actually had an article in which they talked to, transgender people about this, which was the only thing I've seen where anybody has actually talked to the people most affected. Everything else I've heard has been about how this affects Republican presidential primary politics and feminism and women's rights and all that kind of stuff. And, the Dallas Morning News actually was talking to real transgender people. So that was, if you want to check it out, I'm sure it's on the internet. It was actually a good article. But, I just kind of had to look at it and think to myself, well, what does this say about who we are as a people, this response to Caitlyn's journey? And I thought, ultimately, only in America could someone coming out and expressing their authentic self on the cover of Vanity Fair involve hair and makeup and facial reconstructive surgery, shaved Adam's apples and nips and tucks. And now...
And a
you're authentic.
bustier.
And a bustier. Now you're authentic. That's your authentic self. So, and I'm kind of like, and that's all good because Caitlyn gets to do whatever Caitlyn wants to do. I think I'm all about that. Everybody knows I'm all about express yourself the way you want to. But I have to go back to what Rick Santorum said, because this is what gives me comfort, just in case there's any overlap. He said, Rick Santorum said that if Bruce Jenner says he's a woman, then he's a woman. And I'm like, and he's not removing anything. So I will acknowledge that you can be a woman and still be able to stand up and pee. But you're not a lady.